Yeah. It's your boy DJ Noble. You know what
What
I
it
mean?
do, man? It's just a Strickland, man. You in the bunker,
In the
baby.
bunker. Let's go.
And we got an amazing guest, Mr. DJ Wado himself,
Yes,
the
indeed.
man, the myth, the legend. How you doing today,
Hey man,
sir?
hey man, I'm good. I'm thankful to be in the bunker with y'all brothers, man. I love even the concept of the bunker because there's very few people you actually want to be in a bunker with. Thankful to
Yeah.
be in this
Mm.
bunker with y'all today, man. So let's get it. Let's get it, and let's fight off the devil, man. Whoever we need
Hey,
there. You know what I mean?
man. I'm
Yeah,
with
for sure,
I'm
man.
fully invested, man. I'm fully invested.
For sure, man. So hey, let's get go ahead and get it started, man. So Wado, a lot of people that are watching, they already know who you are. But if you can just kindly let people know how you got started in this game and from like let's go with day one, man. Talk about that.
Yeah. So always loved music. Always loved hip hop. Um, you know, it's like a Tribe Called Quest, KRS-One, Jay Z, Souls of Mischief. And long story short, I started DJing in college. That's when I feel like I really started contributing to the culture. And I got into radio then as well. This is when I was at Howard University. And shortly, very shortly, like literally the day after I graduated, a brother of mine handed me a book by Mace called Revelation. And that book changed my
Mm,
Mm.
life. I had grown up in church, but I did not really have a relationship with the Lord. And long story short, that book made me rethink everything I had going on in life. Everything that I was
Wow.
going after at that time, Mace gave up to serve the Lord. And so
yeah, yeah.
I actually went to go see his church at the time in
Oh wow.
Atlanta. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I went to go see his church in Atlanta. That was a game changing experience for me. The following summer, that same friend that handed me that book took me to an event in the Bronx called Rap Fest. Y'all probably remember
Yes,
Rap Fest. Yeah, man.
very well, man.
That was my first what I would call real exposure to Christian hip hop. Like I knew Christians who were rapping. I didn't know there was this thing called Christian hip hop at the time. And so
Hmm.
I saw Cross Movement that day, and that was kind of the seed that I think was planted in me to really start. Okay, like I had stopped DJing, stopped doing music, all of that stuff, and I started getting into Christian hip hop after I went to Rap Fest. I started buying CDs and going to events and stuff like that. And a long story short, we were planning an event at my church at the time, and my youth pastor, Mark Johnson, he was just like, "Hey, bro, you need to DJ this event." And I'm like, "Mark, I haven't DJed in like 2, 3 years, bro." He was just like,
Hmm.
"You've been sitting on this gift that the Lord has given you. You need to use it." And out of that, DJing that event, around that same time, I started the Wade on Radio Show podcast. And so that's what
Mm,
kind of got me doing what it is that I've been doing the past 20 years. So that was 2006 when that happened.
yeah, I
Yeah,
remember that
that was
well.
2006. So, yeah, bro. So that's what's got me into this thing, man. Was just a series of people saying, "I see you have more potential than what you are currently utilizing."
Yeah.
And I'm thankful for it, man. Like I'm thankful that those people saw in me something that I didn't see in myself at the time. So,
Yeah. No, that's
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 really dope.
cool. I mean, I
That's
got I
really
got a
dope.
question, man, because I got into podcast like 2017, and at the
yep.
time I still felt like, man, I'm super early to this thing. Like, there wasn't a lot of people with podcasts. They were, and then the people that had them had like huge production. Barrier to entry still was kind of high. Like I was like, man, if I can figure this out, man, I'm gonna have something. But you said you started your podcast in '06. What? How
Yep.
did you come up with
That's
the
crazy.
concept? Like, what made you see that this is a medium? Because in '06, people still listening to the radio. So how did you see like I can start the DJ Wado podcast and that can be a oh we lost them. You know, this is technology, y'all. It's
Man,
just
that's
technology,
at its
y'all.
finest. At
Yeah,
its
we've
finest.
been fighting. We've been fighting with it this morning, but we hey
It's
man. The old black church used to say, man, the devil busy today, man. The devil busy
He's a
today,
lie, man. He's a lie.
Yeah, we
So if
gonna
y'all
fight the
riding
good
with us
fight.
live, man, we appreciate y'all, man, for
Yeah, man. Where y'all
rocking
tuning in
with us, man.
from?
We going. I mean, the thing is, you asked such a hard question, man. Wado just had to fade out, man.
That's
Wado's like, man, Wado said I ain't answering that question.
No, it's not that. Can y'all hear me now still?
Yeah, we're
Yeah, we
with
can
you,
hear you.
bro.
All
You
right.
half your
So,
screen is black. Oh, there you go. Yep.
there we go. Okay, so
Fade the Wade.
yeah, I'm sorry. That was actually my mom calling me on my phone. And
Oh, you good?
everything up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
All right, man. That's
All
a
right.
great excuse, man. We just gonna have to run that back. I mean, you a DJ, you know how to run that back. You know what I'm saying? Let's go.
all right. So
Part two, man. Part two.
The question, if memory serves me correct, 2006. What made me get into podcasting? People were still listening to radio, right?
Yep.
So
Yep.
that was precisely why I got into podcasting. I was living outside of New York City at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So you had Hot 97. I don't think Power 105 was on the air yet. It was really just Hot 97.
Okay.
And so honestly, keep in mind, I started doing radio at Howard.
Yeah.
Nobody.
The other HU, right?
What'd you say?
The other HU, right?
Nah, the real HU, bro. You already know what that is.
Hey,
You
look.
already know.
Hey, before you answer that question,
Don't do it.
my wife went to HU. I actually got married on the campus of HU, or Hampton, I should say.
The Institute.
Shout out to Hampton. Go ahead, man. My bad.
Institute.
You answered the question. Part 3, take 3. It's take 3, right? Take 3.
So the reality is no one was going to let me get on the radio doing Christian hip hop. So I said, how else can I do this? This music I'm listening to is blessing my spirit. It's discipling me in many ways.
Yeah.
How do I do this if I can't get on the radio?
Mm-hmm.
And so there were people podcasting. So like Joyce Meyer, Joel Osteen, like all those pastors. What's my man? John Piper, Mark Driscoll.
Yep.
All those guys were podcasting at that time.
Yep.
And I was listening to a lot of those Christian podcasts, just feeding my spirit. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
I hadn't got all my theology stuff right. So that's why I had a wide range.
Yeah.
Charles Stanley, I was heavy on Charles Stanley.
Yep. I feel like that's the fresh to the faith starter pack.
It was the
like
that time.
especially if you come through Christian hip hop, like them names. That's like the I'm hip hop, but now I love Jesus. That's your starter pack. There's a list of names that you can listen.
Hey, look, at that time it was. At that time.
Yeah. Things have changed.
06. It's 06.
All the names you saying, I'm like, yep. Used to listen to him. Used to listen to him. Used to listen to him. Yeah.
So I'm tapped into that, and I said, man, I'm downloading their podcast through iTunes. Like I had the RSS feeds and all of that. I was like, can I just do this myself? Okay. And I didn't really know all the tech stuff, but there was a brother at my church named Charles Williams, who was a producer for the CBS Evening News in New York City.
Oh, wow.
On Channel 2. He was one of the producers. And so he had a studio and everything in his basement. And he said, hey, bro, like, why don't you just come to my crib and let's just figure this out? So he helped me produce the show. I figured out the podcast part, right? So I would basically record all these elements of my show and take it to his studio every week. So I would record my mix. I would record all my vocals. And then I would take it there and we would put it together and make it feel like a radio show. Wow. So we did this for like the first, I think, 30 episodes of my podcast.
Wow. And
then he told me this, and it was funny because number 29 was the Tone episode. That was the one that went viral for a period of time, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
He told me after that one, he said, you can do this yourself. He said, you don't need me. He said, you can do this yourself. And so at that point, that was around the time I had left my job because I was working a corporate job at that point. I had left my job. I bought a MacBook computer. That was my first MacBook. laptop, and I started producing my show in GarageBand every week, and just and putting it out. And so, yeah, it was. I mean, it was weird. Like I had to tell people what RSS feeds were. I mean, we were still on MySpace.
It was back in the day. Yeah.
Twitter. We were not on Twitter in 06 when I first started.
No.
It was MySpace and Facebook.
Man.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Facebook?
Yeah, Facebook was there. But Facebook
just came out.
Facebook, you had to have a college email address.
Right.
Yeah. You had to have that .edu at the end of your email address.
Yeah.
And so and then here's another thing. You'll like, so there was another website called Bison Roundup that was like a precursor to Facebook, but it was all Howard alumni. And then dude that started it.
I must say I have heard of that,
right? He started all these HBCU roundups. So there was a Pirate Roundup, there was a Morehouse Roundup, there was all these joints, and it was around the time Facebook started. And I still, to this day, I feel like if that brother would have had all of those on one site,
100%,
he would have been.
He would have just pulled them.
People were trying to figure it out back then, because if you remember, MySpace was great. I guess, Black Planet. Yeah. Everybody was trying to get in, man, and a lot of they were pioneering. Think about it, they were pioneering social media. Yep. So you had it was hard to figure it all out, but everybody was trying to do it. You know what I mean? So
and so. Yeah, because so Michael, I heard you say, bro, I left my corporate job. You left the corporate job to do the podcast?
Yeah. So I was when I got out of Howard, I was working for this company called Lucent Technologies. They're not Lucent anymore. They've been bought twice. One of the times they got bought, I was still there. Alcatel bought them, a French company, but they're a part of Nokia. So they were a spinoff of AT&T and Bell Labs. So they had Bell Labs was like their thing. Gotcha. And so I started working there in the finance division. I was in like this rotational program where it's just like every 12 months they put you in a new job. So I was doing that, and I was working on my master's in finance at the same time because that was part of the program. And so I finished the program, and I was working for them full time as a internal auditor.
Gotcha.
Right. And so I was literally traveling around the world doing audits for them. Like I went to France, all over the US, just doing different stuff. Went to Mexico. The last audit I actually did was I was in Mexico. I literally put that Tone interview out and got on a plane and went to Mexico. And that joint was going crazy online. And I just remember when I came back, I was just like, yeah, I don't know if this is for me anymore. Like this money is good, but like my heart is here. And I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna make all this work financially. And I struggled for a long time financially. I'm not gonna say and tell you I was balling. Like I wasn't. You know what I mean? Like there was definitely times I was just like, man, maybe you should have stayed at Lucent and stayed in that corporate world. And I'm seeing all my friends, like people that all my coworkers were like doing. But I was just like, when you pursue purpose, you got to give up something. And that's what I gave up during that season. So,
got you.
It definitely worked out for you, bro.
Hey, man, God is good, bro. Sometimes you don't know how it's going to work out. You just got to stay faithful to it. Like, if you trust in God with it and you're like, hey, Lord, I believe this is what you want me to do, and I know this is what you want me to do, you got to stick with it even when you don't fully understand all of the things with it, And that was definitely the space I was in. So, yeah.
All right, cool. So let's get to the indie artists, man. Let's kind of go there. When an independent artist submits music to you, what are the first things you listen for?
Man, that's a great question. So there's a few things I look for. I mean, one, do I like the song? Right? Like that matters just as a DJ. Like I still consider myself a tastemaker to a certain degree, and I want to like the song. I also think about, and this is probably a bigger question, will my listeners like the song? Because if I'm honest with you, there's songs that I like that I'm like, I don't think my listening audience will like this song. And it may be a song I play, it might not be a song I add into rotation, right? Because ultimately, when you're in radio, you're serving your listeners. It can't just be this is what Wade likes. Like, and okay, I'm the guy with Wade's Worldwide Top 10. That's been my countdown for close to 20 years. But it's really based on what my listeners will like. Like, that's the trick. So, so there's that. I also look at, do you have some motion? Like, when I first started, it was very hard to prove.
Yeah, because everybody's selling CDs out your trunk.
Yes,
or giving them away.
I was telling DJ Noble, like, my first introduction to Christian hip hop was Thizzle. Thizzle was the first Christian rapper I ever met. I'm from Kansas City.
Okay,
he's from St. Louis.
Yep.
He came to my church, rapped at a youth event, and he was literally selling CDs in the lobby. Yeah, and they weren't. And these are blank CDs that he wrote Thizzle on in marker.
Yeah.
And I thought he was amazing. I'm like, this is crazy. But you're right. There's no way Thizzle could, because DJ Noble met him as a professional, where Thizzle brought his CD to him. But
I met him in my studio. Didn't know who he was from Adam.
There'd be no way for DJ Noble to say, how many records, Thizzle, have you sold? And Thizzle, I bet Thizzle don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I sold 30 CDs last night, you know what I'm saying, at the church. But like, so yeah, I feel like the way the internet has advanced has kind of helped you or benefited kind of your platform in that sense.
You have some real data points that you can look at. Like, you can see how a song's doing on Spotify, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. Like, you can see these things. The other thing back then that I took into account heavy was the live show experience. So it's like, I couldn't necessarily get data and feedback from online the same way we can now. I mean, there were charts, there was iTunes charts. You could look at some of that stuff. But I also, and this is the DJ in me, how do people respond to your music in a live environment, right? And so, I mean, you have some songs that are amazing live, but that same energy didn't really translate.
Yeah.
Right. So there's I guess what I'm saying is, there's not one thing that you look at. It's a composite of all those different things in terms of what it is you really look at when when I'm choosing music. So do I like it? Will my listeners like it? Does the artist have motion? What does this look like in a live environment? And then too, now, I mean, you have charts. So, I pay attention to some of the charts, and I pay attention to some of the other radio shows and podcasts and things like that, because there's so much good music now. It's easy to miss something.
Very much so.
I mean, we're tiny. You know what I'm saying? In the world of CHH, the Bunker is a tiny platform, but we get tons of new music in our inbox.
Yeah, bro.
Of artists from all over, different sizes, different parts of their journey. Some established, some just getting started. And so, you're right. I think like we talked about barrier entry with the podcast, like music's barrier entry is non-existent. And so, it doesn't exist anymore. Which
all you need is one of these, bro.
Which that kind of segues to me to a question, like, from the first time you started to where, like, really, like, all the Christian hip hop artists was hustlers. Like, they had to be. If you were doing Christian hip hop full time, you had to really believe and get on the road and do your music. To now, like you said, you need a mic and a laptop, and you can call yourself a Christian hip hop artist. How has that impacted kind of your ability to cultivate music, and how's that impacted your view of the I guess I would say the status of Christian hip hop?
Yeah, so I think in some cases it has helped independent artists have a voice a lot easier than it had to be. I mean, here's the absolute truth, bro. If you were not in proximity to Lecrae 10 years ago, 20 years ago, if you were not in proximity to the cross movement, right, it was going to be hard for you to have a significant voice. That's why so many people love Bizzle and people like that so much, because he cracked through in a
Yeah.
major way without that, right? Like
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Seven,
Yeah.
you
St.
know,
Louis
people like
guy.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it is significantly helped that. Like the gatekeeper conversation, you know what I mean? Like that was a thing a few months ago. It's almost non-existent to a certain extent. Like you can build an audience. There's still certain places
Mm-hmm.
and things that you can't do because
Mm-hmm.
there's people who book that stuff. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
But you can build an audience, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's helped. I think that has helped in some cases expand the genre, but in other cases, it's made the genre more fragmented because
Yeah.
because when everybody doesn't come through the same channels
Mm-hmm.
and people start picking up fans, now those fans over there have never heard of anything
Yep.
going on over here.
Yep.
And so they may not even really be Christian hip hop fans per
Come on
se.
now.
They're
Yep.
just fans of this artist
Yep.
or that artist. And there's
Yep.
nothing wrong with that. Like at the
Yep.
end of the day, if God is getting the glory in all of it, we should
Then
be
that's
cool
what
with it.
matters. Yeah.
It has just, I think it has just changed the way the industry functions and operates. Like, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a prime example, right? 10 years ago, nobody would ever think about touring during Legacy Conference because everybody wants to be booked on Legacy Conference.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got Holy Smoke this weekend.
Right now.
Yeesh.
Hey, lit. Holy Smoke was lit too.
Crazy. But who's
Yeah.
touring right now? Caleb Gordon.
Yep. Yep. On a
Most
whole
streamed
tour.
Christian hip hop on tour, and his tour is lit, right?
Yeah.
So in some cases,
Yep.
I
Yeah.
actually think that's a good thing that we are large enough that
To-
those
to
two things can
branch
coexist.
Yeah.
But 10 years ago, oh no.
It wasn't like that.
15 years ago, oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You shut
You
it
would
down.
not.
Yeah.
It was. I am going to work my tour around Legacy Conference in hopes that I get booked for this.
Yeah.
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 Right.
Yeah.
So I just think I think it's growing in a great way is really what I'm saying. Like I think the fact that all these, because when I look at the mainstream, man, listen, bro, it's events in every city in the summertime.
That's
Man,
right.
It's rocking. It's rocking.
It's rocking. In some cities like, you know, New York, LA, there's multiple really dope events taking place, big concerts taking
Right.
place.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, what we doing? So
Yeah.
I think it's a good thing. And I think we as a community need to embrace that new reality and support
Yeah.
it. It doesn't have to be competition. Doesn't
Yeah.
have to be tension because this person didn't come through this platform.
Mhm.
That's right.
You like their music, you like their heart, you like they support them.
Yeah.
So
Because there's space for everybody now, which,
For everybody.
which is dope.
Yep.
I love what you said about kind of like the funneling created kind of fragmented fan bases,
yeah,
and it's interesting. I was talking to my wife about this because she's I love basketball. I'm a basketball guy,
Yeah.
and I love the WNBA. Been watching WNBA for like 20 years.
yep,
But what has happened over the last couple of years is all these fans that came from college who
Caitlin Clark.
never watched the WNBA
Yeah.
are now in the WNBA ecosystem.
Yep.
And there's so many things like history, tradition, so many things like that they have no clue about.
Yep.
And a lot of them don't care about it, but they
Yeah.
like this one player or they
They
like
don't know about them Houston Comets. They don't
they
know
have
about
no clue. They don't know about they don't know about
Right.
they don't know about
Exactly,
Cheryl Swoops.
exactly.
They don't know about, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't know
Lisa
about
Leslie.
Lisa Leslie. They like, who are these
Rebecca
people?
Lobo.
Yeah, they don't know about none of them, man. They think Candace
Yeah.
Parker is a broadcaster. They don't know any of these people. But it's beautiful to see the WNBA growing and bringing in a fan base. But as someone who has been around for a long time, these new fans be annoying. And so I think and you said a name when like Caleb Gordon, I think is a great example of that. Like
Yeah.
he built his following almost purely on TikTok, and the fandom that he has from TikTok is very different than the fandom that Lecrae has, or that a lot of the Reach guys. Even you talk about Holy Smoke, even No Big Deal. Like No Big
Yeah.
Deal is indie now, but he's a Reach guy, and so his fan base is very different than Caleb Gordon. And I
Yeah.
think at times online those things can be at odds when it really should be like you said, like God get the glory. It's enough space for all of us.
Yeah,
That's right.
well, I think we are a lot of this is a lot of the tension that you see a lot of times is competition driven.
Mm-hmm.
We want the biggest voice, we want the biggest platform, we want the most influence, we want to sell the most CDs, we want to stream the most songs, we want to have the biggest tour, we want to have the biggest voice in the room.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of that is fleeting, man. Like, one, you can have it's like I hate to make this comparison. It's like the drug game, right? Jay-Z said the rap game is like the crack game, right? It's like your name can ring out for a period of time. Nobody's name rings out forever except Jesus.
Yeah,
that's the name that will always ring out, because that's the name we're all ringing out. And it's just like, if we're doing all of what we're doing for our own glory and not for his glory, like, that's a fleeting thing. And it comes and goes. I mean, listen, when I first started, the biggest name in the scene was the Ambassador. He's not the biggest name now. He's a legend. Yeah. We honor him, but he's not the biggest name. It was a period of time.
Yeah.
The Truth had it for a while. Lecrae had it for a while, right? Now you got Miles Minnick and Caleb Gordon and other people that probably have that to some extent. And it's like, they're not going to have it forever, man. There's some kid right now who's 8 years old that
who got some heat inside of him.
Like,
no, it's true. And, I mean, even like I was thinking like Cross Movement, Pack Rats, like me and Noah was doing the
Tunnel Rats,
Tunnel Rats, my bad, Tunnel Rats. Yeah, see, I was doing those. Like, I don't even know.
Maybe the bad bitch was the Pack Rats.
I was like, I hear that group name all the time. I have no clue who they are. The only reason I kind of knew who the Tunnel Rats is because I watched Ruslan's YouTube channel, and he talk about it every now and then. But like, that's the only reason I even vaguely knew who they were. But they were one of the biggest groups in CHH for a time. So you're 100% right. It's like, that notoriety is fleeting.
Yeah, I mean, then you had that big conflict within CHH at the time that they were out, when you had Cross Movement, you know,
versus the Tunnel Rats.
That's kind of how it was. But I don't see a lot of that division anymore. You know what I mean? It might be out there, but I don't see that division. It's like, you know, it's Reach, the indie tribe. Everybody, it seems like there's. Would you agree, Wado, that there's more unity within CHH now, or, you know, was there more unity back then? What is your thoughts on this whole unity?
That's a great question. I think some of now. So I started really getting into CHH like 2003, 2004, 2005, 2006. So the stuff that took place in the 90s, I don't want to speak on that because I wasn't there.
Right.
I've talked to a lot of those parties at different times about it. And I definitely have an opinion, but I don't want to speak on that because I really wasn't there. I feel like in 2003, 2006, there was a philosophy issue, ministry philosophy issue. But I think it was really about, you had young guys who had ginormous platforms for the first time in their life, and I think dudes was trying to hold on to their platforms. And I think some of the tension really was theological convictions. Like, I'm not going to sit here and tell you like dudes was down with the prosperity gospel. You know what I mean? Like, if you was coming out of that camp, people was definitely looking at you with a side eye, right? I think some of it too was there was a voice thing as well. Like, I want to have a louder voice than this person because I think my way of doing this is right.
It's better.
It's better. It's correct. It's more biblical, right? So I think now there is a lot more unity amongst a certain sect of artists that I would say kind of emanated from the Reach Records tree.
I was just about to say it's Reach. It's because Reach is so big. I mean, I feel like that's go ahead.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of, and it was. I would say it was like that even in the 2010s.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the unity was people that were in proximity to some degree to Lecrae, right? Like even when you look at same team, right? Like a lot of people point to same team. It's like, hey, this is when we started being unified. No, this is when we put on wax everybody who was in proximity to Lecrae in some way.
Yeah.
Right. If you look at the features on that song, you look at all of that. That's what it was. There were still people at that time that felt left out, right? Yeah. There's still people today. Like I think some of the tension people have with Caleb Gordon is, I think sometimes he feels left out, even though
I agree.
Who he is.
I agree.
That's pretty obvious too.
And some people will say he feels left out because of things that he's said and done, right?
Mm-hmm.
Both things can be true.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And so, I don't want to paint a doom and gloom, because I think there's a lot of amazing things happening in this space. I think there is a lot of unity. There are a lot of people working together and all of that. But I think we're being dishonest if we don't say, hey, there's still some room for growth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think it's dishonest and disingenuous to say that. So
and I think one of the coolest things about CHH is that, and that's why I've always pointed to it like being a pure reflection of just contemporaneous Christianity, is that it represents the theological camps that exist in our context.
That's it.
And so there are, like, I remember when I first got into CHH, everybody was a 5-point Calvinist. All the Reach guys, all the like Flame, all of them, like they all were 5-point Calvinists. And so I grew up in Black church. I had no idea what Calvinism was. I got introduced to Calvinism through Christian hip hop.
I same way, bro. Same way. They never converted me though.
No, I never. I was like, hey, my wife thinks I was a Calvinist for a little bit, but I never said that. It was close. It was a few points of the tulip I wasn't getting with, but no.
You know what it always was for me is, it was always issues that justice rubbed me the wrong way. With how those things were handled, and this is even before Trayvon Martin and all of that. There were the way culture, race, and justice were handled in those circles never rubbed me the right way. So I'm gonna say this. People would be like, man, we got a multicultural church. And on the surface, that sounds amazing. But then when I look at your board of directors, there's no minority. You may have some people on stage. What did Kanye say in what was that? It was some song on College Dropout. He was just like, when he was working at the Gap, he's like, oh, let's put Kanye all in the front of the stove.
Oh yeah. That's what you love Kanye right now.
Some churches do with black and brown people.
Tokenism, like, man. That's what it is. Tokenism.
Let's put him on. Let's put Wade on stage. See, we have a black guy.
Hey man, you know.
But it's like you ain't got Wade in the meetings though. Wade in the city.
He ain't got no vote. Wade ain't got no vote. He ain't got a vote. That's good.
So that culture always rubbed me the wrong way. Always. So I mean, for most of my CHH years, I've been in the black church. You know what I mean? And for a while, I actually, when I first moved down here, I worked at a mega church, a multi-site mega church that was mostly white. And I had a good experience there. There was some uneven things that happened as well. But yeah, I'm back in a black church now too. I actually work at a church too. So yeah. But I think that is really at the core of a lot of this. Theological beliefs really influence the camps. You know what I mean? And it's like, even when you think about, like you mentioned this earlier, you think about the church, like I mean, I don't know if there's anybody rocking with the Southern Baptists right now except for the Southern Baptists, right?
They on an island, but
Uh,
they
what's
got so
his
much money.
name?
It's a
John
really
Chris?
nice island.
They
They
got-
on an island, but they
they-
got so much money. Their island is nice.
Their island is, hey, bro, they got mansions. Hey, bro, they might got streets of gold.
Hey man, it's a beautiful island, but it's definitely an island. Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
hey, real quick. I know I got a question for you when it comes to that. Now, this is kind of I don't know, a parody or whatever question, but when you mention that, do you think most of the people in Talib Kweli's comment sections are Southern Baptists? I wonder, man.
Nah,
I wonder. Can we talk about that, or should we just leave that alone? Dayton versus Talib Kweli.
Yeah, I don't mind talking about it. I actually, Dayton, to tell you this, I wasn't a fan of him doing the diss song until he actually did it.
Really?
I wasn't. I think I'm more of a type, and I think this is kind of my personality. When people do crazy stuff like that, I just walk away, bro.
Yeah, because you're not trying to have a reasonable conversation.
Yeah. Bro, I had an artist do a diss song against me. And
really? Like a CHH artist?
A CHH? I never acknowledged
really?
it. Yeah, he was upset at something I said on the radio about one of his peers. And so
wow.
That was what
not even about him.
That was what sparked it. I listened to the song one time.
Yeah.
The truth is, when I listened to that song, I said, this dude has not liked me for a long time.
Yeah, he was waiting on his moment.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's cool. Like,
so, like this has probably been a 10-year boil for Dayton, maybe too. And then he just they hatched it out. They started going at it online for a month, and he's like, all right, I'm gonna let him have it now. So I don't know, bro. Like now that you say that,
I don't know if it's been a 10-year boil for Dayton as much as because I think he was genuinely has been a fan of Talib Kweli.
Okay.
I think it's just I think he has felt like when someone is dishonest about you for and so adamant, like almost unprovoked, some of this stuff.
Right.
Like this dude just kept going. He's just like, all right. I can't ignore this. There's something in me that's just like, you know what? I'm going to address this, and I'm going to try to address this in a biblical way.
Right.
I don't think the people in Talib Kweli's comment section are Southern Baptists. I think we have to keep this in mind. There's a lot of people who are so unchurched.
Yeah.
Yes.
Unchurched.
Yeah.
Yep.
So unchurched.
More now than ever.
Yeah.
So I think you have that. I also think you have people who are churched, but they don't know how to reconcile their beliefs with the culture that they're a part of.
That's right. That's
right.
right.
One of my biggest struggles, I mean, I didn't get a chance to really talk about this. And the reason why I didn't start doing Christian hip hop immediately is I could not reconcile my love for hip hop with my love for Christ.
Yep.
Right. And obviously my love for Christ supersedes my love for hip hop. And that's where the tension lies. Because I was just like, Lord, so much of my life has been going to shows, buying records, hunting and doing all of that. How do I what do I do with that passion? Even though I'm born again now, right?
Yeah.
So there could be people in Talib Kweli that follow Talib Kweli who are Christians, but they haven't quite reconciled. I mean, like, bro, like the truth is, right after I got saved, I went to one of Kanye West's first concerts at SOBs in New York. It was in that documentary on Netflix. I was there that night.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I went to see Little Brother at the same venue, right? And Ninth Wonder was still with them at that time, DJing. They had just put the listening out. Like I used to post on OK Player all the time. I was still trying to figure out, and a lot of people, old school OK Player people, know me as the Christian guy because I would start posting scriptures and they'd be like, what is this guy talking about?
Man,
Figure out how to. I mean, I do a thought of the day on my radio show now, which is basically a devotion. I couldn't figure out how do I, this new passion I got, this new knowledge, this new life I got in Christ, how do I reconcile? How do I leverage that in culture? What do I do with this passion I got for hip hop? Like, I love this, but this guy G. Craig Lewis over here says hip hop is evil, and the whole black.
Shout out to G. Craig, man.
Bro,
it is DVD series, man.
Oh my God, that brought so much division,
bro. I had the illest vinyl collection and CD collection. Like my collection was insane, bro. I had
DJing at Howard. I know your collection was crazy,
bro. My roommate worked for one of the street teams. I had so many promo vinyls that were like you couldn't even buy in stores.
Wow,
I got rid of all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And because I was trying to reconcile my new life in Christ with my passion for the culture.
Yeah.
So I got rid of all of
it.
Here.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And so I don't know how many people wrestle with that, man. Like, I know that was a wrestle for me 20 years ago. And there's still times and seasons in my life where I'm conflicted about different things. You know what I mean? And like, I'm not gonna lie to you. So, but yeah, man, I think the Dayton Talib Kweli thing is an interesting conversation. At the core of it, I know D1 and some other brothers have been trying to get both of them to talk.
Yeah.
What I hear, one side is willing to do that, the other side is not. And whenever I see that kind of energy,
it's like, all right,
I'm like, okay, this isn't even about what
to go left. No, there's something else going on.
I remember one of the just going back to the full circle prosperity gospel thing, right?
Let's do
it. One of the very first times that I questioned a lot of this railing on the prosperity gospel. I'm not going to say this pastor's name because this is not my story to tell publicly. But there was a prominent prosperity gospel pastor. Had a relationship with him, met him online. We used to kick it all the time. And one day I just asked him, I said, hey, man, I said, this guy is in the same city as you. Like, have y'all ever had a conversation? Because he rails against the prosperity gospel. Now, mind you, I'm not a prosperity gospel guy. Like, that's not my theological leaning. I'm just trying to sort all of this out. You know, I'm in my 20s at this time.
I'm sifting. I'm trying to figure out.
I'm trying to understand this. Because the world I came in, this was not even a conversation.
You didn't know about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it was like secular and Christian. Like, once you step into Christian, you didn't know what you were getting into.
I didn't know. So I asked him, I said, man, have y'all ever had a conversation? He said, nah, man. He just talks about people in our camp like we ain't nothing. We ain't real Christians. He said, you know what? I'm going to try to arrange a conversation. He reached out, got this guy's assistant. He personally reached out. Mind you, this is another mega church pastor.
He got people that can do that for him.
This isn't a dude with a storefront. No disrespect if you got a storefront. But sometimes, you know what I mean? These is dudes there's dudes on the same level of ministry. They set the meeting up. Dude didn't show, wouldn't call him back, wouldn't reschedule.
Wow, that's crazy.
When I saw that, I said, okay, this is not what it seems.
Nope.
This is not what it seems. And I'm going to let you fill in what you think it seems.
Oh yeah.
But this is not what it seems, man. Because ultimately, when we're calling stuff out like that, we're having tension like that and all of that. The end goal should always be what? Repentance.
100%.
That's right.
100%.
Repentance.
That's right.
100%.
Let's sit down, let's chop. Repentance. A lot of times, man, we hate people.
For real though. Just for real. Yeah, just being honest. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't like Buddy.
He loved us. He gave us an opportunity to repent, to change, to see the light, to change.
Yeah.
He hated my sin.
Yeah.
He hated what I was doing. He hated what I was promoting. He hated what I was looking at. He hated the way I was treating people. But guess what? He loved me enough to give me a chance to change.
That's right.
To help me change.
Yeah.
That's right.
We don't do that, bro. We hate people. We don't even want to sit down with them. We like Job. Job didn't want to go to Nineveh.
He didn't. He did not.
I mean, not Job.
Jonah.
I got you. Yeah.
J.O., man. It's Jay. Jay didn't want to go to
Hey, there you go. There you go.
No, it's true. And I think I was
Job might not have went gone either, man.
He wouldn't want to go.
No, he wouldn't never go.
No, I think
especially after he lost all his stuff. He like,
exactly.
He's like, nah, bro, I ain't going nowhere. If they get their stuff back, no, I'm cool. But no, I was actually watching this discourse with this Brandon Tatum dude that's online, right? And I don't know if you've seen him. He's this black conservative dude. Yeah, man. He's
Officer
crazy.
Tatum. Is this Officer Tatum?
Yeah.
I'm familiar with him. Yeah.
Yes, he a little off. But what someone said in the comments, I think applies to this, and they're kind of reacting to one of his videos, and they was like, "Hey, you have to realize when the way you think is tied to the way you make your money, it becomes very difficult to change your mind publicly, even if you have a change of heart privately." And I think there's a lot of people that have painted their platforms into that corner, to where they have to think that way, or they'll lose the way that they feed their families.
Yeah, I would 100% agree with that statement, but I think it applies across the board. I think it's regardless of what you think. I mean, let's take Christianity out of it for a minute.
Yeah.
How many, because we're guys here, we watch sports.
Yeah.
How many of the sports pundits are willing to change their opinion? Like,
it almost never happens. Yeah.
There's people who are still arguing to this day that LeBron James isn't clutch. And I'm like,
but all the data
doesn't support that.
Yeah,
right.
Like, I understand what happened when they played the Mavs in 2011. I
love that. I'm a Mavs fan, man.
There you go. Like, but here's what I'm saying. I understand that, but I'm saying the entire rest of his career, he's been clutch every single time out. I mean, even this man, 41 years old last year. What happened in that Houston series? The top two players on the team is injured. Yeah. LeBron in the clutch is showing up, hitting game-winning shots. Like, what are we talking about? But again, the point you made, when the way you make money is tied to your belief system, hard to change that belief system.
It is.
And listen, I give Flame credit for doing that.
Yep, that's one of my favorite albums.
I'm not
Scattered Tulips is one of my favorite albums.
Yeah. I'm not Lutheran, so I'm not saying I agree with
I would go Lutheran. Yeah.
But I respect him for saying, "Hey, man, for so many years I told y'all to be 5-point Calvinist. It's not where I am anymore."
And I'm gonna make some art that supports my new beliefs.
Yeah,
I respect that. I respect it.
Yeah,
100%.
I think Lecrae has done that in a different way with his podcast, right?
Yep.
Like he's not. I don't think he's making art explicitly the same way that Flame is making art, but I think he is having the dialogue. I think in a different kind of way where it's like, hey man, I can talk about this for an hour. Like, this is how I used to feel about John Piper. I'm kind of in a different space now. I don't think he's a horrible guy, but I had him in an unhealthy space in my life, which I think is a healthy conversation.
Yeah, I think going to that real quick, man, about Lecrae's podcast. What I love about his podcast, he's bringing all the skeletons out the closet, man.
Yeah,
all of them. all the stuff we've been talking about this whole podcast. And shout out to Miss Jones checking in. She's made a lot of comments, man. I'm loving it. But yeah, I mean, I think that's necessary, man. Like that's the platform that we should use as artists or DJs or somebody in the media. Hey, man, if we have some arts, bring them out. And I think Lecrae has done an excellent job of doing that, man, in many circumstances. I think he's just,
we didn't do it, man. We was having all these behind the door, behind closed doors conversations, and we weren't as
transparent
and honest about what we needed to be honest about. And I think, unfortunately, it allowed things to fester for a really long time in our community, and issues weren't necessarily getting dealt with or addressed. And I think there were also sometimes people didn't want to talk about certain things. They weren't ready. They weren't in the maybe you weren't in a mental, emotional, spiritual place where you could actually talk about this, or you could actually see it for what it was. So,
or mature, like just that all ties into maturity.
There's a difference. There's a difference when you're in your 40s versus when you're in your 20s. There's a different way you view the world. There's a different way you handle things, particularly when you've been walking with Christ and your mental health is right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like you and maybe you got some therapy, or you have an inner circle where you can really, really process through some of your emotions, whereas you might not have had that in your 20s, you know, to the same degree. So
that's good. And I think one thing that it can expose in us, like especially as believers, is like we are not a finished product until we get to heaven. And
Facts.
Even as we build these platforms and we share the gospel and we share our Christian experience, we also should feel comfortable with sharing how we maneuver and grow and change. Because when we don't vocalize those things, it becomes this kind of false narrative that those who have platforms are settled.
Yeah.
And if I'm a believer without a platform and I'm looking up to the DJ Wados, to the Lecraes, to the Bizzles or whatever, and I'm like, man, he's been the same for 20 years. What's wrong with me? Like, I'm wrestling with these things. They ain't wrestled. Like, they don't have no tension there. They ain't no questions. And so I think it is comforting to the believer who looks up to other Christians with platforms to see, oh, they're wrestling with this too. Oh, they went through this too. It helps us not feel like we're alone, which is one of the most dangerous places to be as a human, but especially as a believer.
Well, I think the other side of that is, as people with platforms, it's important for us to not come across as if we're Superman and we're perfect and we don't have issues and challenges, right? So it's like I'm not saying put all your darkest, deepest secrets and struggles for public consumptions. I don't think that's healthy either. But I think I should never let on that I have it all together, that I'm imperfect, that there's not things that I struggle with or wrestle with. I need to be judicious in what I share. I'm struggling with publicly. Privately, with my inner circle, I do need to be open and honest about those things. But I think I should never come across as if, man, DJ Wado, he got it all together, because I don't. And I never have, and I never will until I get to heaven. And so I think we also, a lot of us came up in an era where, because we were quote unquote professional Christians, we felt the tension to have to be perfect. And I think this younger generation, because they share almost everything online.
Everything.
It's like they're breaking down those walls and barriers of, hey, it's okay to not be okay. And because, I mean, listen, you also were I mean, look, man, when Ambassador fell, when Truth fell, it was just like, they lost something. So you're like, man, I don't want to tell people I'm struggling with this. And then all of a sudden, people don't want to book me. People don't want to do da-da-da-da-da with me anymore. And it's just like, you know, so I think
that's real.
And let's be honest, man, you weren't sure you were going to be able to be restored.
That's right. That's right.
That's the other thing. It's like, bro, like exposing sin is not for the sake of taking somebody down.
Yeah.
It's to restore them.
That's right.
Yep. Redeem, repent, restore.
Even in that era though, which I thought was one of the most intriguing and most pivotal points in CHH history is when all those things happened, man, because that brought forth a lot of unity. Like I remember talking to a couple of those guys within that era, and they talked about how certain people now reached out to them. Hey man, what can I do to help? Yeah. You know, do you need anything? Do you need prayer? Like relationships were built, and also at the same time, you see who had your back and who didn't. I was told that there were people that didn't have their back. You know what I'm saying? Those guys back. You know what I'm saying? And so like it opened, like it was a weak moment, but God still got all the glory in it. You know what I mean? Like because this movement that we have is not supposed to be one-sided. You know what I'm saying? It's to bring forth unity, because our doctrines are imperfect. You know what I'm saying? There's only one that is perfect, but our doctrines aren't perfect. You know what I mean? And I think that was on full display back then, for the good, the bad, and the ugly.
I think I'm also say this. I'll speak specifically to Ambassador in Truth. Yeah. I actually got tighter with both those brothers after they fell than I was before they fell. I also think people didn't know how to handle what they went through.
Yeah.
I think when you, from a leadership standpoint, you don't know how to handle it, you go to someone who you think does, and they tell you to do X, Y, and Z, and you do those things, but that might not have been the best way to handle it. It puts everybody in a really awkward position. And there's still relationships that probably are a little tense to this day. And then here's the other thing too. When you fall like that and it's public, but you don't in the beginning repent right away. There's also repercussions for that as well. Right. And so
that's right.
I say all that to say, man, like that was one of the lowest moments I remember in this space. Like I still remember to this day the phone calls that I got, and the 3 phone calls that I got from people the weekend before it was announced publicly what happened with the Ambassador. I still remember where I was, who called me, and my reaction. Like it just happened yesterday. That was like 15 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, and the same thing with the Truth. Like those are my brothers. Like I love those guys.
Yeah.
Like, I look up to them. Those will always be big homies to me.
Yeah.
You know, and then the thing that meant so much to me to see it is how both of them recovered in life.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like their story, that's a very strong defining moment for this community, but their stories didn't end.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, Ambassador, him and Missy still together to this day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The Truth, him and his first wife, they tried to work it for a long time. I mean, he's got remarried, but they for a long time. I was at their vow renewal ceremony. Like they did a vow renewal ceremony, bro. Like
they tried,
They tried.
Yeah.
And again, that's not for me to speak on. I mean, they, you know, he's done interviews and all that kind of stuff.
He's put it on.
But those are hard times because you know you in your 20s, early 30s. Some people younger than me, how do I deal with this?
You make some bad decisions.
Yeah,
it's hard, man. It's hard, especially dealing with fame too. On top of that,
right?
Like you're this theological pillar at a young age, and you have to deal with the fame. That's tough, man. That's
You deal with the
tough.
fame. You got all these theologians that are co-signing you. I mean, you just
Yeah.
there's all types of pressure.
Yeah.
You have. I mean, sometimes we forget about this too. You have people that depend on you. Like,
Yeah.
You got to pay their bills.
Yeah, you're helping to pay their bills. You're keeping them employed, you know. And so there's a lot of I see this working in church ministry, right? And sometimes churches struggle financially. One of the things that the leaders of those churches always think about is like, man, the people that this church employs, how does the decision that I'm getting ready to try to make to get us out of this, how does it impact those people?
Yeah.
I don't want to lay off people and their families. These people go to this church.
That's right.
I know how this is going to impact them. They got a son in college.
Yeah.
So now all of a sudden they can't pay the son's tuition because I got to lay you off.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
They've been faithful here for 20 years.
Yeah.
I can't afford to pay them anymore.
Yeah.
So these are, and I think sometimes, man, like, I actually saw this clip. Dayton was talking to my brother King Legend about this. When all you do is online ministry, but you never really deal with real stuff.
Live people.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I actually feel like every Christian rapper should have to work at a church for at least a year.
Yeah.
And just see.
Yeah.
Just and that's why I say work at a church, because you get paid for working at a church.
Yeah.
But just so you can see the real true inner workings
of what ministry look like.
Of what ministry looks like. From a ministry standpoint, from a financial standpoint, and all of that.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, man, shout out to King Legend, man. He's actually trying to call me during this conversation, man.
Man.
That's the homie right there, man.
That's the homie, bro. That's the homie.
Yeah, man.
Look, DJ Wado, I'm about to say, go ahead. No, I was about to say, this been
I don't know where this conversation came from, man, because that wasn't on my bingo card, man. Like, we were supposed to talk about indie artists and how they can succeed, but hey, it was much needed, man. Like, actually, we did pray before the show, man. So however God wants to get the glory, He's gonna get the glory regardless, man. Yeah. But if you can answer, let's just try to make it simplistic, then. It's been a deep conversation, but as an indie artist, man, what do you think they need to know the most to put everything in a nutshell? If you're an indie artist, what do you need? What do they need to know the most? What is if you can just kind of wrap it all up in a nutshell?
I think it's a word that we have not used in this conversation, but it sums up everything we've been talking about, and it's the word integrity. I think if you can have integrity with your personal life, first and foremost, that will help you develop great character. People with great character, people love working with you. Indie artists have to remember that. You got to work to have a successfully long career in whatever you're doing. You're rapping, you're DJing, you're doing graphics, you're producing, you're running a label. You got to have good character, right? Because you're working with a lot of different types of people, churches, producers, artists, like just promoters, like all different. No one likes working with people who have bad character. So if you work on your personal integrity so that you develop that character, that'll take you a long way. And that has nothing to do with your talent, right? The second thing with that integrity is your integrity in how you actually create and develop your art. It's easy to type in lyrics on ChatGPT. Easy to go on some of these platforms and create songs or make music using artificial intelligence. I'm not saying AI doesn't have a place. I use AI for a lot of things that I do, but never for the actual content that I'm giving. Right? Because and the reason being is I want you to know that this is coming from my heart. I'm not saying don't smooth if you want to, you wrote something, you want to smooth it out, you want to proofread it, you want to research it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying don't go and chat GPT and tell it to give you 10 scriptures on forgiveness, so that you can find some scriptures that you can use to highlight this. There's nothing wrong with that. That's research.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
But when you're telling it to write the song for you,
That's right.
Yeah.
now that's an integrity thing, man. So those would probably be like that would just be my thing. It's just have integrity in everything you do. And it's like it'll take you far. Like, yeah, we could talk about hard work, we could talk about talent, we could talk about how to develop your talent and all that stuff. But I'm just telling you, people with integrity. I mean, listen, you see why Lecrae has had the kind of career that he has had.
Yeah.
This dude, for the most part, I'm not saying he's perfect. He has operated with integrity.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like you see, even someone like The Truth, like, man, listen, yeah, he had his sin, he fell, but man, he's still been a man of integrity for most of his life.
Yeah.
And it's fair. It's just the reality. And it's just like sometimes I worry with the younger artists. I'm like, man, are you pacing yourself so that you can actually do this for 20, 30 years?
That's right.
You got the potential.
Yeah.
KB, we haven't talked about KB.
K to the second letter.
K to the second letter operates with integrity.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
So I think that like if I just indie artists, young artists coming up, that integrity piece, bro, is, man, listen, bro. No one likes working with people with bad character, man. And when you got bad character, at some point, man, people going to just stop dealing with you. They're going to stop fooling with you.
That's right.
Yeah, it's true.
That's right.
And I think that's I love that that's the tip that you decided to give, because I think as believers, no matter what space we're in, that should be our baseline.
That's
like,
it.
We should be men and women of integrity.
That's it.
And so and that means there's some things you got to say no to.
Yeah.
Even if they will increase your bank account.
Yeah.
Right? There some relationships you got to say no to, even if it would increase your platform. Like being a person of integrity is worth more than gold and silver. And so, DJ Wado, this was amazing. I know you and DJ Noble had kind of know each other. I was like, I know who you are, but it's really dope to sit down and have a conversation with you. Definitely one of the pillars in CHH for decades. You know what I mean? And I pray you're here. We still have you for decades to come, man.
Hey man, thank you, bro. It was a pleasure being here. Definitely a pleasure meeting you today. And yeah, me and Noble go back a little ways, man. Hey, look, I still had that brother in Virginia though. I didn't know he was out in Kansas City. I didn't know.
Hey, look, man. Everybody
I was like, bro, when did this happen? He's like, bro, I've been out here like 9 years. I said, oh my God, cool right there, bro. So
man, it's crazy, man. What I like about the CHH community, though, we're going back to Lecrae real quick. I know I told Justin this story, but man, I hadn't seen Lecrae in probably 15 years, right? And so I pulled up to the Reach after party at the Double Awards last year, and I approached Lecrae. I said, "Hey man, you remember me?" He said, "Yeah, bro, you still in VA?" That's the first thing he said, bro. He said, "Yeah." He said, "Yeah, what's up, Noble? You still in VA?" That's what he said. I was like, "Yeah, I'm still there, man."
I don't feel bad at all now. If Lecrae, I'm good, bro. I'm good.
I mean, I popped up. Look, I left for a minute.
You ain't in Kansas City. You still in VA, bro.
But Justin probably tell you nobody here in KC believes I'm from KC. They think I'm from VA. Like, man, I grew up in Kansas City or Kansas City area. You know what I'm saying? I went to VA for 20 years. You know what I mean? So maybe that rubbed off on me. I don't know, but yeah, nobody. And now I'm wearing a Baltimore hat, so like, I don't know, bro. You know, I don't know. I can't call it, bro. I can't call it.
Yeah.
I appreciate you too, Wado, man. Thank you for taking the time, man, and willing to jump on the show, jump in the bunker with us. Like you said something that I didn't think about, man. Yeah, you can't just be in the bunker with anybody, bro, because nasty and dirty and
Yeah.
disgusting at
Bullets
times.
is
You know what I
flying.
mean?
Yeah.
Man, I never thought about that, bro. You
I'm
just
only trying to be in the bunker with people that I know got my back and I got their back, bro. That's what
absolutely,
it is.
man.
So,
Yeah.
I always got yours, brother.
hey,
I'll
man,
tell you
thank
that
you.
much.
And I got yours too, bro. So
Appreciate
good.
that. Appreciate that, man.
All right, man.
Yo, Wado, thanks for joining us in the bunker. You know what I mean?
Thanks for having me,
Next
fellas.
time.
Yes, sir. Enjoy the rest of your week, brother.
Yes,
Yes,
sir. Yes,
indeed.
sir. Hey, look, I got a kid I'm dropping off at college, bro. This is a crazy week, bro.
All right,
Crazy
man.
week.
Hey,
Bring
congratulations
the
on
tissue,
that,
brother.
too.
Bring the tissue, man.
I know, man. Hey, look, I got I'm getting it just thinking about it, bro. Yeah, man.
That's dope.
Hey, hey, man, look, speaking of you brought up ECU, man. That's where your son is going. I remember buying a broke down Cadillac in Greenville, man. I bought it at an auto auction, man, in Greenville, man. Brought it back home. I thought I was looking good, bro. This was like 2010. Yeah. Man, that joker broke down by the time I got to VA, bro. I had to give it away. I spent like a couple grand on that. My wife is so mad at me for buying that Cadillac.
Oh, man. Hey,
Yeah,
the trauma that came back on you, bro.
Bruh. Yeah, man. So thanks for the memories, Wado, man. That brought me back, bro.
Hey, you already know, bro. You already know how we do it.
Yeah, thanks again, brother, man. We'll definitely chop it up.
All right, I see y'all.
Yes, sir.
All right, peace.
All right.